So you can imagine, Paul, that I was not best pleased, having worked very hard and been rewarded by the threat of redundancy. However, during this period, my lovely wife, who had done coaching training, suggested I look at coaching as a potential career should the redundancy come to pass. And I dismissed this out of hand as a lot of nonsense because I was a detective. I was very logical and evidence based, and I considered coaching to be so much psychobabble and mumbo jumbo. But she booked me on a training course without telling me, and I went along to a little 3-day introduction to coaching and personal development, determined to prove that it was a lot of nonsense. However, at the end of the 3 days, I had changed my mind, having had a few, what do they call them, light bulb moments, epiphanies. I kind of, oh, okay then, right. So this is still during the redundancy process. And when I eventually was instructed to drive from Glasgow to Leeds for my final redundancy interview, a journey of some 4 hours, to be told that I was going to lose my job, I could see it coming. I was quite calm because I had a little thought of what I could do, and made redundant, gardening leave. Eventually, I was dispossessed of my company car, laptop, etc. I thought, what now? So I put my money where my mouth was, took my redundancy money and trained in the modalities you've already articulated. And then it was, what do I do now? The obvious answer was, I need to set up a business with absolutely no business experience. So I was fortunate in having a lot of nice friends who supported me. And now I know a lot more about business, not everything though, about marketing, sales, and so on and so forth, content creation, visibility, all that good stuff to get yourself known. As my nickname is now the Mojo Man. I help men get their mojo back. So that was, in a very short, condensed story of how I went from cop to coach, which again is my kind of moniker. I'm Willie Rickle, cop to coach, which intrigues people because they've asked the same question as you did, Paul. How on earth do you get from cop to coach?
Yeah, do you know what? I had a similar conversation a couple of weeks back with a guy called Anthony Salemi. And Anthony was a banker who became a coach, but in the meantime also became a stand-up comedian.
Oh.
And I never thought I'd speak to a banker who could stand in front of a room and make people laugh. But, you know, he's been there and done that. And this is what I find as we go through season 2 has been just so fun to record, because some of the journeys that people have been on are mind-boggling from the outside. But once they're explained, they make real sense, and you can see why people went on the journeys that they did. A question for you though, Willie.